Hi everyone, today I'll be speaking about the I Too poem by Langston Hughes. Before I begin to get in depth about the poem, I would like to share some interesting facts about the author, Mr. Langston Hughes. Growing up, Mr. Langston Hughes was always one of my treasured poets because of the way he writes and how he views such things. Hughes was born James Mercer Langston Hughes. He was born in Joplin, Missouri, then he moved to New York to pursue his career. I found out through reading some articles Mr. Hughes did not grow up with both of his parents in the house, and so that obviously brought much pain to him, especially after knowing him and his father didn't have a good relationship. He used his poetry to express his emotions, and that is what got him the recognition he deserved. Sadly, Mr. Langston Hughes died on May 22nd, 1967 in New York. Now I would like to get into the I Too poem. I will have someone read it for us.
I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody'll dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful we are and be ashamed. I too am America.
The I Too poem was written in 1926 in a time where segregation was predominant. Mr. Hughes begins the poem with, I too sing America. The first stanza shows me that he still views himself as an American, even though white America does not view him as such. He then says, I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when companies come. This shows us just how serious segregation was. At a time like this, it seemed to be a sin to be African American. Mr. Hughes then says, but I laugh and eat well. I think he says he laughs because he knows nothing lasts forever, not even bad things last forever. He knew, even at worst times, for colored people, that everything will be all right. Sure enough, they saw how beautiful being colored is. I feel like this generation, especially my generation and the newer generation, doesn't know the severity of segregation. And I feel that this needs to be brought up no matter the year or time we're in. So I am going to dedicate this slide for it. The first post is a little girl, maybe at the age of maybe 10. She's holding up a sign saying, we want to keep our school white. It's like, why would you do that? You're basically taking away a basic human right for a child that has done nothing. And that's why I think racism is taught and not born. Now, this one, the white and colored post. This is a very, very famous one. I've seen it growing up throughout my history classes. It just shows you the pain, the mental pain colored people had to go through. Like, why would you do that? Why would you want to humiliate another human being? And so then we get into my creative response explanation. For my creative response, I decided to create a poster with 4 of the most influential people of color. I named it We Too, just to go along with the poem I Too, just to stand with it, saying we too are black. We too will not ever stand in the kitchen, and that's exactly these powerful black people have done. They don't stand in the kitchen because they're proving these stereotypes wrong. But each and every day we have people dying because of their skin complexion. There will be a complete end to this nightmare, slowly but surely. Hughes's last 2 stanzas really had an impact on me because he states, besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. Today we have people who don't want to talk about the mistreatment of colored people endured back during segregation and even before segregation. It's almost like they're ashamed, which they should be. Caucasians now see the beauty of African Americans to the point where they want their culture. cultural appropriation. They want the beautiful hair, the afro, the beautiful luscious lips they have, the beautiful bodies of black women. But it's like, it's so ironic because back then nobody wanted to be black. Just seeing how tables have turned throughout time is so fascinating to me. Now, this is my creative response. I've stated before, I've named it We Too. Obviously, I had to put Barack Obama being the first the first African American to be president of the United States. And his legacy is more than just being black. He took America out of almost recession, and that's just beautiful to me. Now we get into Miss Oprah Winfrey. She was born very poor, but she made a name out of herself, and now she's worth billions of dollars. And it's amazing because just proving people others wrong is, I love it. It puts a smile to my face. Now, we go to Mr. Martin Luther King. He was an American minister and activist during the civil rights movement, and he had a speech which later becomes one of the most known speeches, profound speeches in America, named the I Have a Dream speech. He speaks about how we will join for jobs and freedom, and just seeing how times before and how they are now for African Americans is so beautiful to me. Now we get to Miss Beyonce Giselle Noels Carter. She's an African American woman. She's an artist. She's known all around the world. She sold over 17 million albums, and it's just seeing a black woman prosper is beautiful. Now, I want to get into my reflection. Because as I was reading Mr. Hughes' poem, I was thinking the pain he was feeling for his people. Things have changed for the better for the people of color, arguably. They have freedom and desire whatever they can get. As a Middle Eastern woman, I have not been discriminated against as much as a woman of color. And for that, I will always have the utmost respect for people of a darker complexion than me. Because I know being someone of a race other than white is extremely hard, especially in a society like the American society. And hopefully one day we will unite. These are my citations. Thank you for reviewing. Any questions, just email me. Thank you.